Purging material possessions. 7 years ago, my partner and I moved into a new home. We were moving into a larger space, and so we had more space to spread our material possessions around. Our new home had a basement, a new luxury for us. Great, we thought. We'll have space to store our stuff. And stuff we have, don't we? And this stuff so often gets piled up in the basement. In some cases, we don't know where else to put it, and so it goes in the basement. In other cases, we just don't know what to do with it, and we cannot bring ourselves to get rid of it. 4 years later, we moved again. And this latest move saw us downsize significantly, so I decided that over a series of months, I would finally get rid of material possessions I simply was not using any longer. First place to start, the basement. I ventured downstairs and over to the corner of the basement where I had my stuff piled up. I started to rummage through the boxes of memorabilia and other stuff that I had not touched since the day I moved into the home. Some of the stuff brought back memories, other stuff I simply could not believe I had kept hanging around. First, I decided to give away the stuff that still had a lot of life left in it and someone else may enjoy using. This turned out to be quite easy and quick. Next, I turned my attention to the memorabilia that had been in my life for many years. What to do with it? It was memorabilia and no one else would relate to it as I do. Or do I? When I looked at this memorabilia that had been sitting in the basement collecting dust for almost 4 years, I realized that's where this stuff had always been, in the basement of wherever I was living. If it wasn't a physical basement, it was in a closet or stored somewhere else, but it wasn't being used or referred to, ever. It was just sitting there. So I decided, out it goes. I was surprised at how easy it was to let it go. I was very aware of all the memories that were attached to the memorabilia, but it was surprisingly easy to let it go once I actually decided to let it go. As the last boxes were carried to the roadside for pickup by the city's garbage collection services, I felt a great release from a patterned behavior that had been with me for most of my life. The idea of holding on to things that no longer served me. The whole process of purging my material possessions felt remarkably freeing and was a metaphor for freeing myself from personality traits and character dynamics that no longer served me. If my inner work had taught me anything, it had taught me how desperately we cling to and hold on to our stuff. We pile this stuff up in the basement of our psyche. Sometimes we forget we even put it there. Sometimes we don't know where else to put it. And sometimes we don't know what to do with it, but we simply don't want to let it go. After all, it would mean letting go of the very person we think we are. I still have some cleaning out to do, don't we all? Both material possessions and personal stuff. But it's far more enjoyable than I could have ever imagined. What stuff do you have floating around in your life? What are you storing in your basement that is no longer serving you? Do you want to free yourself of this stuff? Are you having difficulty letting go of your stuff? What is holding you back? What might you be afraid of? All love and blessings from a happy and contented purger.